Hi everyone, welcome to our 60-day DevOps course. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. I share DevOps and cloud tutorials packed with real hands-on projects to boost your skills fast. So today is our Day-36 class where I will discuss how to create EKS cluster. So EKS cluster is like production level Kubernetes cluster. So for creating EKS cluster, we have some prerequisites. And what is EKS? I already shown you here. Is Amazon managed Kubernetes service. So AWS will manage everything for us. We don't need to manage everything. So that purpose we need to pay something. So it's a production level EKS. So we don't need to manage any hassle thing. So control panel, security, scalability, integrity, everything will be managed by AWS. So it's ideal for basically production level work. Okay. So for using EKS, we need to do some prerequisites, and first of the prerequisite is we need to install AWS CLI in our local server or any AWS EC2. Okay, so from there we will basically install some command, then EKS will be created in the AWS. So we need to must be installed in AWS CLI, then we need to configure the AWS CLI, and before configure we need to create a AWS IAM account. By this account we can basically configure. So these two are prerequisite. Then also we need to install eksctl and kubectl. These are basically prerequisites. So let me show you how to do that. So go to the control panel. So if you run AWS AWS STLS, you can see AWS CLI is not installed in this EC2 server. So this is a simple Ubuntu AWS EC2 T2 micro. We don't need to make it in a powerful EC2. It's simple. T2 micro is enough for do the task. Okay, so first we need to install AWS CLI. We can basically run this command to install, or if you go to Google, you can see that in the AWS section there is some steps to install the AWS CLI. So I have already one command is here. So when I update the documentation, then you can get this command also. So now I forget to add that one. So let me first call that AWS CLI. So now we see there is a folder is downloaded folder, zip folder. So we need to unzip. So unzip, it is not installed. So sudo So now sudo .aws so now if you type AWS STLS, it will work. Okay, because it is not connect to this account, that's why it's showing. But before you see, that command was not working. So now basically it's working because you can see the command is unable to locate the credential. So we need to put our credential. So we need to use AWS configure this command to connect our IAM role. So for that purpose we need to create a IAM role. So let me go to the AWS console to create a IAM role. So we need to type IAM, and in the AWS module basically I will show everything from scratch to intermediate level. So we are using EKS is AWS feature. So that's why if you don't have any idea, you can see the AWS module section. There you have enough knowledge to operate the AWS. So I need to create a AWS user. So let me create AWS user. So create user EKS 36. So if I want to put in admin section, so after we make the demo, I will delete the credential. So here is we need to create a access key and secret key. So here you can see there is no access key is created. So create access key. So command line interface, I understand. Create a description. You can put anything like EKS 36. Create access key. Okay, so now we need to use this command to configure the AWS CLI. So let me copy that one. So we need to run AWS configure. Then you need to put that ID. Then you need to type this access key, security access key. This is the like kind of password. Then I want to default US test 1. And forward you can put anything, or JSON is fine, or you can skip. So now if you type AWS S3 you can see the like a bucket is showing. So now it is ready to like communicate with AWS. So like in my EC2, this is the basically my EC2. This server is now we are working from this server. This is a simple server, T2 micro. You can see from this server we will create a EKS. So when EKS created done, then you can see there will be 2 more EC2. That EC2 basically are our worker node. All like our pod or everything will be deployed that worker node. So then after creating the EKS, you can see there is 2 more server. Okay, so now go to the documentation and see what is our next step. So we done the AWS configure and the AWS CLI. Then we need to install eksctl. For installing eksctl, you can use these 2 commands. eksctl. You can see our eksctl is installed and it's showing the version. Now we need to install kubectl. So for installing kubectl, we need to run this command. chmod. This URL basically didn't work. It didn't find the file. Let me grab it from my thing. eksctl. I will update the file also, because this link is not working. So now this is working. So chmod kubectl. Now you can like move this to the directory. Okay, kubectl. You can see it's installed now. Okay, so now our main like command is coming now. So we have done all the prerequisites. So now we will create the EKS cluster from this PC. So for using eksctl command, you need to like write eksctl, then you need to type create, then you get the cluster, then name of the cluster, which version you want to use, then you need to mention the region, which region you want to create that EKS, and you will give a node group name, then like what type of server you want to use, then how many nodes you want. So if you use 2 nodes, then there will be 2 EC2 create. You can see then minimum node, maximum node. These are not basically mandatory things. The like I have one here that are the like mandatory thing. So let me copy my one. So go to here. We clear this screen first. Okay, so let me change something. So cluster, create cluster, test cluster. Let me change the version. 1.29. 1.26 is a little bit old. So region list 1 node group Linux nodes is fine. This is just a name, nothing else. So node type, make it a little bit stronger server. So instead of using T2 micro, let me use T3 medium. So then node 2. So if you run this command, it will start to create the EKS cluster. So if everything is fine. So let me run the command, and you can see it's showing is green and blue. So it's going to create the EKS cluster, and it's take around 10 to 15 minutes to create the EKS cluster. So let me pause the video. So after it's done, I will come back again. So let me pause the video. So now we can see our cluster is already created and is showing region is ready. So for see this thing, so let me kubectl get nodes, then you can see how many nodes it has. So you can see there is 2 nodes, and you can see this EC2 internal, EC2 so 2 EC2 server. So if you run kubectl get ports minus if you basically run kubectl get ports, it will don't show any port because we didn't run anything. So if you mention the name is, so you need to type capital A. So you can see these are basically system ports. Okay, so let me show one thing to AWS. Now you can see there is only EC2 server. So if you refresh, you can see 2 more server will be created. You can see, and what cluster name we put, that cluster and node name is there. Okay, so now if you type EKS, you can also see there EKS related information there. It is cluster is already created, and it's related all information you will get it from here. Okay, so let me go back to documentation again. So here is a documentation. So we already created, and we can see Kubernetes 1.29 version and T3 medium, and now we can see the nodes. Now let me just create simple Nginx by using Nginx. Just create a deployment. So just use this command kubectl create deployment, and it will take Nginx image. So it's created. Now I need to expose the service. So we are using EKS. So now we are able to use load balancer. So without EKS, we are not able to using load balancer. So when you are using Minikube, we have no option to use the load balancer. So if we use this one, it will create a load balancer, and we can see that load balancer is in our AWS. So kubectl get all. You can see everything now. So its pod is running, and this is the load balancer URL. So if you grab that one, you can see the Nginx default website. So let me go to the URL. And maybe sometimes it will take a little bit time. So if you didn't see the page, don't worry, it will come. It will come, so we need to wait a little bit time. So if you go to the AWS section, EC2, there is a load balancer. So you can see is going to create. Let me refresh that now. You can see now it's showing the Nginx default page. Okay, so you can see how easily we can use EKS to deploy any production level Kubernetes application. So this way basically we are using production level Kubernetes cluster application, and in EKS like AWS will manage everything for us. We don't need to worry about anything. So, and for that purpose we need to pay something. Okay, so let me go to the documentation again. So we can create the deployment, and now if you want to delete the deployment, you can also see like you select get visit, will show the service. We don't need to that one. This is fine. So like we need to delete the cluster. For that purpose we need to use eksctl delete, then the cluster, then name of the cluster and the region of the cluster. So here is the cluster name is we type like test cluster or something. So now let me show the delete the cluster also. Okay, so this is our main server. From here we need to type eksctl, then delete. Let me copy that command, that will be easier for us. Just change the so case delete cluster, then our cluster name is test cluster. I think you put test cluster. If you don't find the name, you can go to the EKS, we can get the name also. So EKS delete cluster, that's just name. So let me type that one. You can see it will going to delete the cluster. Same way, basically it will take some time. So after around 5 to 6 minutes it will delete the cluster, and make sure you after practice the test delete the EKS cluster, because it's a little bit expensive. So basically that's all for today's video. I hope this video is helpful for you. So if you found this video is helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe the channel, and I will put everything what I use here, and I will also update the documentation file. So up to next video, best of luck, bye.